Good. How are the bowl practices going, especially when you need some new, fresh guys to step up?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a challenge in bowls nowadays, right? With the numbers and we got, but I think it's an opportunity for young guys to get a couple weeks of putting things together and us to see them and try to put together a plan that guys can feel comfortable with. And you guys,
how's Cam looked?
Good. Cam's a nice job, man. I mean, it's an opportunity for him to get a ton of reps. A ton of reps with some young guys that he's coming with, and an opportunity for us to kind of see what he can do and put some time in and effort into really coaching him up and some long-term stuff. Which is cool.
What are kind of the indicators of success for him in a game like this?
That's tough to tell. I mean, it's right now you got a couple week build-up. Haven't been part of it. He's been a backup for plans going each week, which each week's been a little bit different for us. To have this build-up, I think really is to go into a game. You got to go into the game plan and go into the game plan thinking, can I execute what I got to do, take care of the football, communicate with my guys, see what kind of temperament and poise he's got. I mean, it's an awesome opportunity. Awesome opportunity for a young guy to get in there in bowl season and get some action.
It looks like Carde is the first 26 class player to show up to practice and suit up. What excites you most about him?
Everything. I mean, when you're looking for a back who's going to be able to check all the boxes and be a guy who can be an all-down guy. We've seen him for a long time, recruited him for a long time. He did obviously an awesome job in his high school career, playing in the backfield, both a quarterback and running back. I mean, he did it all, right? And I think that ability to be that dynamic in our system is really what we like. Be able to run, pass, catch, block. He's big, he's tough, a thicker guy. I'm excited to see him. It's really nice to see him out here.
It seems like Kenny's been able to be a little bit more hands-on with the quarterbacks these past couple of practices. What's it like to kind of put both of your guys' minds together and out here on the field?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's awesome. It's when you get an opportunity for two of us to get together and kind of see how we can revamp it, reshape it, and do things, whatever we need to do to make it what we need to do to be successful with our group. That's awesome. I don't know if that can be viewed in any way, which way you want, but in our world, any opportunity you get to be able to have collective minds together is an advantage. I don't have to see any other way around it. And so to have him back in the room a little bit, get some terminology, get some coaching for us to get on the same page, kind of idea, figure out what we need to do around this group, and then moving forward has been awesome.
With how much offensive knowledge each of you guys have, how on this day, how often do you guys challenge each other or just come up with new ideas, push your guys' brains to new levels?
Yeah, I mean, there's a line there you got to be careful with. You got to figure out what it is that you can do, what the guys can do, what we can coach. In a game like this, it's more about, hey, what can we do with this group? And then as you project forward, you worry about that later. But we could go all day talking about football. That's not really what it's about, right? It's about what our guys can execute, what our guys can do, what we can do versus each opponent. And that's really, my experience, over has been that way. Is what you can do with your guys,
How will you feel when and if Jeff Sims gets a shot at the next level? The team picks him.
How will I feel?
How will you feel?
Yeah, I mean, every kid grows up playing football. It's your opportunity to play at the highest level. And if he has an opportunity to go on and continue and get into camp and play for an NFL team and get involved with that, I mean, there's nothing more flattering and awesome when you see some of your pupils get an opportunity to do that. I've got a few guys doing that right now, and to be able to see them and talk to them and see the experiences they're having, the people they're around, to live out their dreams. I mean, anyone's got to be excited about their pupils to be able to do that.
What makes you think he would be fit for somebody in the right situation?
I think just he's got a lot of reps, a lot of time on task. I think the thing that he's got to make sure he does is go out on the right foot and take care of the football, make some good decisions, because at that level, that's the biggest thing. And but he's got a lot of knowledge. He's got a lot of talent. He's a great team guy. I mean, he's all about his work. He's going to have no distractions. And there's a lot of things, boxes he checks. You just got to make sure that when you go out there and they turn the film on, that your productiveness is what needs to be had at that level.
What are some commonalities you and Kenny share in terms of ideals for developing a quarterback?
Well, I mean, obviously, we both had success with multiple guys over the course of our career. I mean, the opportunity to be able to teach guys how to see the game, how to be able to work through protections, how to work through progressions, what concepts you like for certain look, defensive identification, footwork, timing, poise. I mean, there's the list of things you got to teach that group over the course of time is endless. And I think that when we're able to get on the field together, and we found that out last year when I first got here, we've never worked together. And last year's first opportunity to come in and clean up a lot of stuff. When we got in here, tape was very different than it was last year. we got a chance to kind of see each other coach and say some certain things and say, okay, that's how I see it too. That's what you're talking about. That's what I'm talking about. What does that mean to you? And it's been awesome. I mean, an opportunity like that for guys to be on the same accord, for guys who've never worked together and say things certain ways is awesome. There's no egos in it. There's tons of opportunities to be wrong and be humble and go, hey, actually I said that wrong. That's right. I said that wrong. I think that's a really good opportunity for us when our players are around to show that we're all working in the same accord for the same opportunities. And I think we see things a lot more.
What are the differences that you see in the guys that you guys have coached that have gone on to have success in the NFL versus maybe guys that haven't?
The differences of the guys that have gone on and played?
The ones that go on to do success in the NFL. What's different? What's different about them?
I mean, to go have success at that level and go on to be, whether it's Mullins or Goff or Herb or Bo or Chuck or any of those guys, I mean, they just have that level of command and discipline of that position that is you're trying to teach every day in your guys, and it takes a long time to do that. Guys, I mean, that's why you try to get guys and you try to emphasize how many times you want to get them on the field before they get in the NFL. You're like, you want 30, 40 starts. Bo had like 50 starts or whatever it was that year, where those guys had like 90 starts and they all went. Dude, those are opportunities to take command of the position and to be able to communicate effectively in good and bad through multiple modes, multiple people, multiple levels, multiple games. And I think that at that level is what it takes. I mean, you got to really be the commander-in-chief and be an extension of the coach and be able to exactly know what's going on, communicate effectively, and work your tail off and make good decisions. And though most of those guys I named that we've had are those upper echelon guys.
That's good.